It's 1968. America is consumed with civil rights movements, anti-war demonstrations, and Simon and Garfunkel's Bookends.
And here's to you.
Across the pond, Mao Zedong has entered his 19th year as chairman of the People's Republic of China. On August 4th, the foreign minister of Pakistan gifts Mao a box of mangoes. Mao re-gifts the mangoes to workers at Tsinghua University. A mango craze sweeps across China. Mango-flavored cigarettes, mango pencil cases, mango mirrors, mango concept albums, wax mangoes. It was enough to make a man go mad. In 1966, Mao called for the Red Guard, a radical student paramilitary organization, to rebel against the reactionary authorities as part of the Cultural Revolution. The students were enlisted to eradicate the Four Olds, which were religion, literature, capitalism, and imperialism. Through wanton violence and vigilantism, temples, tombs, and other religious sites were raided and destroyed. Violence ensued around the country, including in Tsinghua University. In the university, two factions of the Red Guard began battling each other to prove which one was more loyal to Mao. In 1968, Mao renounced his support for the Red Guard, and to quell the violence he unleashed in the university, Mao sent 30,000 factory workers armed with Mao's Little Red Book to retake the university. After 5 deaths and hundreds of injuries, the workers prevailed. This victory marked the end of the Red Guard's leadership in the Cultural Revolution. It was now in the hands of the working class. Mao gifted the factories he deemed most important approximately 40 mangoes as a token of appreciation, which he had received from the foreign minister of Pakistan the day before. Upon receiving one of the 40 mangoes, the workers of that factory stayed up late at night, observing, touching, and smelling the strange new fruit, as up until that point, nobody in China had even heard of a mango before. A group of workers debated whether to eat it or preserve it. They ended up preserving it in formaldehyde and parading it around town. If one of the other mangoes began rotting, it would be boiled in water to create some sort of holy elixir, which each worker would drink a spoonful of. Mao's personal physician claimed that the workers of other factories held large ceremonies upon receiving their mangoes, reciting Mao's quotations and placing the mango on an altar in the factory auditorium. Workers would bow solemnly as they walked by. The mangoes were associated with mythical food items such as the peaches of immortality, and workers revered Mao for giving up his longevity for the working class. Days after the factories received the mangoes, the gift was reported about on the state-run People's Daily. For weeks afterwards, People's Daily would write articles and poems praising the mangoes. Wax and paper-mache mangoes were sent around the country, with people coming from miles around to see them. Citizens believed that Mao had ended the random violence that was plaguing China, and the mangoes represented the end of the Cultural Revolution. A village dentist compared the mango to a sweet potato. He was swiftly executed for slander. When families volunteered to relocate to rural areas such as the Northwest, Tibet, or the South, they were presented with a glass display of a wax mango as a token of gratitude. These mangoes were commonly displayed in a living room as a constant reminder of Mao's generosity. Hi gang, I ran out of footage, so now it's just me talking. The existence of the mango cult shows just how malleable public sentiment was under the dictatorship of Mao Zedong. Mao's leadership style, characterized by a blend of populism and authoritarianism, relied on the perpetuation of his image as an infallible leader. The mangoes, although just a simple re-gift to Mao Zedong, were a shining example of Mao's generosity and selflessness to the Chinese people. They were worshipped zealously, and those who refused to were severely punished. The problem with Mao's cult of mangoes, or cult of personality, was that it depended heavily on Mao's personal charisma and his ability to project an image of strength. Mangoes gradually disappeared from state-sponsored media after 1969 and vanished completely after Mao's death in 1976. Wax mangoes were reportedly burned as candles during blackouts. Similarly, after Mao's death, the CCP's revolutionary zeal quickly faded away and was replaced by Deng Xiaoping's pragmatic economic reform. The Mongol cult serves as a cautionary tale, highlighting the potential dangers of excessive reverence for a single individual and the fragility of personality cults, which can fall apart just as quickly as they appear.